My realtors, my sellers, the market is struggling. Have you noticed that? A lot of houses are staying on the market 100 to 150 days. Some properties moving 60 days. The trending right now and days on market, it's about 100 days to 120 days. You're going over almost 3 months being on the market, still making a mortgage payment, still looking to buy maybe your own property, still trying to sell that investment property. Right now, this market right here, granted, we're ending summer in 2025, we're going right into the fall season. So if you're trying to sell your property in this particular market, it is to your best advantage to stay on top of your realtors, listen to your realtors, make sure you're getting feedback from those realtors or those professionals, licensed professionals, to make sure you're trying to win in this market, because right now it is kind of brutal. I would say it's brutal, but you may have to do some options to do creative financing if that is something you're interested in. That might mean you hold the note, the mortgage note, or that might mean that you sell the property and you do one of those creative financing deals where they transfer the mortgage over to you, they put it into a trust account, etc. But this market is very brutal, guys. And what I'm seeing right now is that people are having even more concessions to actually move properties. And some people are just lowballing everything and making it worse for everybody else, which doesn't make any sense. So if you just wait it out, this means you have to plan and prep to sell in this market. So if you got a hot commodity in a hot area, of course it's going to move. But if you don't, you got to plan and prep, which means you got to know how long things are sitting on the market. You got to know what they're looking for. Means you might even have to do an inspection before you even sell your property. Get somebody to go out there so you can see all the kinks, all the things that may be a concern for a buyer, so you can make this thing happen. This goes out for my realtors and my sellers. Right now, I'm really speaking to realtors and sellers because I see that there is a disconnect. The reality that sellers are seeing and what the reality of realtors are seeing are two different things. So guys, make sure you're actually taking heed to the advice of those professionals, if they're true professionals really helping you in this market, because without them, you can't necessarily move your property. Well, you could do for sale by owner, but do you really want to get those calls while you're at work, unless you work from home? Do you really want to move around every time somebody wants to show a property? You're like, hey, let me see if I no. The best thing I would say in this market, keep the house empty. A vacant house sells faster in this market because the accessibility is a lot. So for all my agents, what are you guys doing in this particular market? I would like to know, drop a comment below. I'm gonna speak about the things that I see agents doing. And a lot of agents are, to be realistic with you, are struggling in this market. They're struggling to earn a commission. They're struggling to sell these properties. They're struggling to deal with their sellers, and they're struggling to deal with investors. And what does that mean for them? That's a great amount of pressure that's falling on a realtor to be able to perform in this market, and this market is just taking a little bit longer. And a lot of people won't tell you this because they're going to say, hey, it's just the market. But why is that so? That means buyers are not entering the market, or buyers are reluctant to purchase, to pull the trigger. They may have the qualification, they may have the pre-approval, they may have the down payment, but they're still searching. So some people like to search to find the correct property. They're not necessarily what we call settling, right? They're not settling for a property. They want to get what they want, and they're going to keep searching. But here's the reality. It may not even be what you're looking for within your price point. You may just think that you're shopping for something that exists, and it doesn't exist. And by that time, interest rates will fluctuate, things will change upon you at the drop of a dime. And then you're gonna say, hey, I missed my opportunity. But did you really miss the opportunity? Because some properties, you guys can buy them and make them to your liking. And the biggest thing I hear realtors preach all the time, don't become house poor. House poor is not good for you at all. In this economy we're in, no, I don't recommend it. I really don't recommend it. So for all my realtors right now, they're doing open houses. They're doing multiple. I see open houses. When I'm driving around in Claremont, I'm driving around Orlando, Kissimmee, Groveland, it's open house galore. Every weekend is signs for open house, open house, open house. So they're doing that part, right? Are they marketing a property on social media? Majority of realtors are marketing properties on social media. So I think everyone needs to come together and realize the market that we're in. It's gonna take a little bit longer to sell your house. If your house is not pristine, well, let me not even go pristine first. If it's not even priced right first, it's staying on the market. So it's just staying on the market, and you're gonna compete with new construction. You're gonna have to give buyers concessions. What is concessions? Closing costs, money to buy down points, money to pay for closing fees. That's just the reality. To buy down the interest rate if they need to get to the mortgage payment they're trying to get to. And for all my realtors, please don't give up in this market. I think that we want to give up, but just don't give up. You're just going to a market. This is just the ebbs and flows of real estate. You're going up, down, flat line. That's just what real estate is. I have some issues with some of my projects that's on the market. I have listings that's on the market right now for over 120 days. I have flips on the market right now for over 90 days. I have some that my students are flipping on the market for 60. We've had some luck with some properties that sold in less than 60 days, but we also had some markets that just sit longer. And those markets, like for instance, Haines City, that market is not hitting as quick as well. Kissimmee, some areas of Kissimmee. That point where Kissimmee hits Haines City, this network, I'm seeing things stay on the market and even affluent areas, right? I see houses in Winter Garden and Windermere sitting on the market 90, 100, 180 days. Now, granted, the houses I'm seeing, these properties need like renovations. They're not updated. The updated things are moving quicker than the things that are not updated. And the things that are not updated, they want to get the same amount of money over the things that are updated. So it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So there's a lot of delusion. There's a lot of lack of preparation going on in this market, but I hope this video gives you guys some insight on what to kind of do and preparing for a lengthier stay on the market and updating your property. I would advise every seller, every flipper, don't cut corners. Particularly sellers, make sure your property shows well. Make sure you can afford to update a few things like the kitchen, the bathroom, floors, update it, but primarily focus on AC, if your AC or your roof, water heater. Update these things before you put your property in the market because that gives you a winning chance. You're competing with new construction, flippers, and people who look just like yours. And buyers have choices these days. And if you're a buyer watching this, you have a lot of opportunities to make a lot of negotiations. I'm seeing people concede to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 off. It's just depending where you hit them at, where their patience and what they have going on in their life. So realistically, in this video, guys, just don't be too afraid. Be prepared for this market. My realtors, if you guys want to quit, don't quit. But a lot of them it's kind of difficult. You're dealing with so many different buyers, so many different sellers. And those sellers, they just want what they want, right? So thank you guys for watching the video. My name is Gene Grant. I am your hard money lender, also your fix and flip investor in Florida. I invest, I lend money, and I typically like to be in the market. So I like to see what's going on. I'm actively in the market. So I'm actively listing properties. I'm actively flipping properties, actively lending money on new construction, fix and flip, and coaching people through this process. This is how we make real estate full circle. So if you like this video, you found some value, go ahead and drop some feedback. And for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love it and appreciate it if you guys can subscribe. It means a lot to me to continue to put out these videos, taking the time out to give you guys market updates and also information how you can learn how to fix and flip, how to get money from hard money lenders, and also how to lend your own private money if you need to. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video next week. I'm out.